Hi, I'm the Space Quest historian, and welcome to the grand finale. Bitches, it's gonna go down. Yes, some AI is gonna get the shit kick out of it, and it's going to be by me. In what order, though, I am not entirely sure, because the order is important here. We have to go through the endgame scenario a grand whopping total of 5 times with all 5 characters to achieve the ultimate ending. And thank Christ, by the way, because there was some discussion on Discord. Hey, wait, you finished some of the characters with a bright green background and not a complete white background. Maybe you're gonna have to play some of the sequences all over again to get the ultimate ending. I was like, fuck no. If that happens, I'm just taking the shit biscuit and that's a done deal. Someone else play the fucking game. Luckily, I think it was Pickle Dog, correct me if I'm wrong, who said that, alright, you don't have to finish with a completely white background. As long as they finish in the light green, you're still good. So I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that's how this is gonna play out. So anyway, let's just try and wing this, and then when I start messing up, and I inevitably will, because what we're about to embark upon is just the moon logikists of moon logic, alternate dimension fucko territories. And there is a specific order things. I'm pretty sure you can do whatever you like with 4 of the characters, as long as Nimdog is the last character you send into Am's cyberspacey thing, then good on us. So let's start with Benny over here.
Jesus. This place is more sickening than that bloody mess on Hamburger Hill back in the war.
We're still on that, aren't we? Okay, good. Well, we've now been converted into virus form and injected into Am's subconscious, which is also this gooey, brainy mess of badly 3D rendered flesh. Cool. Bring the kids. Okay.
This looks like one of the video screens I saw in the village, except this one has a keyboard and is smeared with somebody's brains.
A voice actor was awfully interested in that. Kind of hyped, actually. Hey, we kept all our inventory items because now they have different connotations. I wonder what would have happened if I had kept my extra pliers and extra gold watch. God damn, I should have done that. Oh well, it's too late for that now. No, you're not making me do it. Anyway, hello, pit workstation. What? Yeah, no! Log off. 15. Brickman's age when you shot him between the eyes. Yeah, no. The reason why we have to pick Nimdok last is because... Oh, walk to neural path. The reason we have to pick him last is because he knows a password that none of the other characters do.
It has the satisfied look of having just eaten a feast.
And it's also gonna get a bit meta on our asses. This is the... It's not identifying. The id. And yes, the ego and superego are right around the corner having a barbecue, laughing it up. We have to deactivate the id, ego, and superego. And I believe we have to do it with all 5 characters. I don't know.
Rise and shine.
What up?
Looks like it's sleeping on the job.
Do I just push it? Hello? Fucko, wake up. No, that didn't register at all. I swallow face. I use face. No, you can either talk to it or leave it alone. Screw you, I'm off to find something else. You wake it up somehow.
I'm starting to feel hungry. Is there anything to eat around here?
Shut up. Also, it's really easy to get killed, so I'm gonna keep multiple saves for this. I have to. Holographic projector.
Projector. And a military grade one, too.
So, Blanca, do you think you could yeet this thing into operation? I'm gonna take that as a no. Shit, his barometer went down too. And you know what? I'm just gonna keep exploring, and if that turns out that was a bad thing, we'll just chalk that up to bad game playing on my part, really. So yeah, the spiritual part. You know what? I'm gonna have a little temp save. I'm gonna have a little temp save here, because His lights went out once. We don't want to do it. We don't want to push it. There is, however, a bit near the end where you just basically have to kill off all 4 characters, and then the 5th one just goes to the end game and has a blast.
This reminds me of one of the old DefenseNet missile silos.
You know, the name got changed from Skynet to DefenseNet. It sounded better, but the machines ended up killing everyone anyway. Yeah? Nothing? Nothing? Okay, so this door is important. I know, control panel. Okay. Okay, everything here is out to kill me. I'm not taking any more chances. Fuck you. This is gonna shock me too, isn't it? Oh, good God. 1, 2, 3, right?
Cylinder not operative.
Okay. Hello, giant fleshy cyber penis. Good of you to join us.
Cylinder not operative.
Oh, alright. Shite. Well, it's a big yellow column, so I have an idea that Ellen might be important. I think there's another thing that some of these scenes are specific to each of the characters, but I'm not entirely sure.
This power node has a palm print security system, like the kind we had back at the Pentagon.
It's not gonna recognize your malformed handprint, is it? Obviously, it wouldn't. All right, so let's bring the fucking thing up. There we go. Raise power node. This will come in handy at some point, I'm sure. All right, off we scoot. This whole
What a trophy that would make.
Steady on, sir. Here we have the ego. Hope you guys are up on your Freudian symbolism, because it's gonna get heavy and contrived.
Looks like it's sleeping on the job.
Oh, there's something you have to do to wake all of them up. I'm half remembering. Love, summoning, clarity, entropy. I tried looking at it, all it did was play that weak-ass sound effect. Forgiveness. Well, you're supposed to use one of these, like, totems or whatever, add them each, and they each respond differently to some of them. But you're supposed to be able to talk to them first. Also, it really looks like there's a path over here, doesn't it? Like, actually, there's 2 paths over here, but no. This is the only one that highlights. It looks like you're meant to be able to go this way. But no. Or maybe you can. No, this is as far as he'll go. Oh, good. So we drew a path in and then forgot to put something over there. That's fucking fantastic, guys. You guys, fucking game of the year. I'm telling you, you guys have
look like centuries.
Guys have won everything. This bit. Oh, there's supposed to be like an array of skulls. Maybe that's a different screen. I seem to remember there's an array of skulls in one of the screen, and you touch, and there's like 5 skulls, and you have to touch one of them, and only one of them is the correct one. It's random every time you do it, and the other 4 will shock you. It's just one of those asshole moments.
Things. But then who am I to criticize?
Yeah, you're no Mr. GQ yourself, dude. So, have a chat with you? No. You know what? Never mind. I'm just gonna piss off again.
This place.
Oh, there's the skulls. Okay, cool. So, one of these skulls is the correct one. The other one will essentially kill the character. So we're gonna come back to this last, because fuck no, I'm not messing with this. Actually, I might just save my game here and just call this an exploratory run. We're not actually doing anything here. We're just looking at all the screens, taking in the scenery.
Maybe he'll show me some compassion.
Compassion. We've got some of that, haven't we? Forgiveness, compassion, close enough. He's not gonna talk to us, is he?
Rise and shine.
No, sleeping on the job.
Looks like it's sleeping on the job.
So we somehow have to wake these up. And I think this might loop back to... No, that did not loop back yet.
Fire and brimstone on me again.
Oh, the first time was such a drag. What's in the hole?
Hole in the wall. It looks man-made.
Let me guess. All right, let's just tempt this one out. Let me guess. I stick my hand in it and it goes... Yeah, doing great. And nothing in here. And that loops us back. Alright, so once we solve everything, a bridge is gonna open across this chasm here, across this pit. And we can have a walk across the pit, and things will be very, very fun. And I believe...
Even when I was an Olympic contender, I wouldn't have been able to scale this cliff.
You know, it looks really shallow. Maybe I'm just not seeing it. I mean, I think I can see the bottom here, and it's like 2 blonde cows tall. There's like a little river down here, and there's some like jittery shit over here. That is not very... You could scale that just by doing a little whoopee monkey dance. Okay, who am I to argue? Okay, before we sort of scoot out of here and try, let's just try using our inventory items on the big faces here. So we've got compassion. What was it? Will he show me some forgiveness or something? Hey, let's try compassion.
Nothing happened.
Okay, that was bad. Let's try everything. Forgiveness?
Nothing happened.
Nothing. Maybe he'd like some love.
Nothing happened.
He seems very surprised.
Nothing happened.
So summoning, isn't it? I was actually kind of thinking, hey, maybe we just summon them. Just fucking yank them into existence. Clarity. You do not appear very clarity? Okay, ego.
I don't know what to do with these.
Wow, okay, steady on. You don't have to yell at me. Really?
I don't know what to do with
Okay,
these.
so that does something else. And if we look in the psych profile, you'll notice I've kept away from the psych profile throughout the entire game because, as far as I remember anyway, it takes down your spiritual barometer. Yeah, there it went. Summon to call forth, to command to perform a specific act. So it gives you a hint, but at the cost of 1 spiritual barometer point. Who cares, because we're not going for a high score just yet, but I know there is some way to get these assholes to talk. So obviously not that guy, but maybe one of the other ones. Compassion?
I don't know what to do with these.
Well, that's different this time.
Nothing happened. I don't know what to do with these.
Well, this is just all going to be the same. What I'm humming at, like a high voltage tower, hi Sam, is that the different objects seem to create the generic responses. Like, for instance, you could use summoning on the other face and he would go with his hands, but he won't do that here. Here it just makes a generic response. So this implies that there are different things you can do to the faces.
I don't know what to do with these.
And in this case, there's not a whole fucking lot you can do with this one.
Nothing happened.
Yeah, okay, so we have to wake these guys up somehow. Let's go back and mess with that computer at the entrance and just start putting shit in, see what happens.
Enter password.
Alright, password you shall have. When I shot someone between the eyes.
Invalid password. Access denied.
You gonna shock me? Yeah. Cool, let's just do one more.
Invalid password. Access denied.
Doing great. Alright. Okay, so let's load this one up again. I'm starting to operate under the assumption that maybe Benny was the wrong choice to go with first. So let's go back and see if we can use one of the other characters. Perhaps Gorster.
Christ, this is like the dreams I've had of splattering my brains all over Am's deck plates. Have I finally gone insane?
No, the other computers literally told us what we're doing. Anyway, we look very happy. Bright green background, so I would say we are doing somewhat good.
Password.
What kind of passwords do you have? 2006, the year that Glenn has left you. 20, the number you used to spend on the road to truck driver. None of these are the correct ones, obviously. We have life, summoning, clarity, entropy, forgiveness, compassion, and a psych project. We have life. That's new. Maybe we can waken all these up to life?
Something about it that reminds me of when Edna was trying to sweet-talk me into taking her down off the meat hook.
Are you recapping what just happened in your section? That's fantastic. Let's use life with... No? The fucking face didn't even highlight, so I don't think this is gonna do anything. No, absolutely nothing. You can't. This is nuts. Oh, now it does, but nothing happens.
Hey, wake up. It's sleeping.
How do you wake this shit up? Look, I'm gonna be honest, the summoning thing is kind of what the site profile was hinting at, so can we use summoning on anything?
I don't know what to do with these.
Not the gargoyle. This looks like something someone would summon out of. I'm guessing that's not it.
This place smells like death. I've smelled it 1,000 times.
Oh yeah, I'll bet AM didn't provide you with any showers. Do we summon something in here? No, there are no hotspots. There's nothing to do anything to. I just tried picking up all of the skulls and all of them electroshock me and bring my spiritual barometer down. So I don't know what I was thinking, but apparently I'm not doing anything right here. Push life. No, nothing happens.
I've been transported to some kind of information network center, but it looks organic instead of electronic. Jesus
Good for you.
Christ, I'm an engineer, not a brain surgeon.
Sorry, McCoy. Trying different characters, seeing what sticks. Alan's a whiz with computers, right? So...
Designed to the ones I found in the pyramid, but the conduits are definitely nerve tissue.
That's some top-level analytical stuff you've got going there. Do you got anything interesting to put into this? Could you hack it somehow? No, I don't think any of this is gonna do us any good. She's got Valor. Okay, so each of the characters, this is something I've noticed now. Each of the characters have the same summoning, clarity, entropy, compassion, and forgiveness, but they also have a unique item of their own that just makes a weird sound when you click on it. So I'm guessing one of the characters must have... Maybe Ted. Maybe Ted's got something that can bring this thing to life.
This doesn't look like anywhere Am has sent me to before. It certainly isn't the surface world.
Ah, the surface world looked a little shitty. He's got gallantry. I very highly doubt that's meant to be taken any way other than ironic.
It has the satisfied look of having just bedded the woman of your dreams.
You've learned nothing, have you, Ted? Okay, let's try and stab the face. I'm going about this all wrong. Yes, stab face.
Nothing happened.
Ah, and the soundtrack just tried to murder me. Okay, I'm gonna have a bit more of a walk around and then we'll resort to cheating. Oh, good fucking god, what happened? When I used take the holographic projector, it suddenly turned into this holographic projection of a girl called Manya.
You hear me?
Well, not over the din of that.
You were missing in action, but I knew you'd return to us. I've been saving this for you.
It's a gun. It's a gun to our head. Wait, what? When I tried to use this as Benny, something just fucking shocked me. So Ted can use this. So each of the pillars have to go up, but only one character can bring up each pillar, I'll bet. So if I go to one of the other...
I don't like...
He looks at the tubes. So if I use this workstation, which Benny could bring up, raise power note, it's gonna shock me. No, it's not. No, it's all good. We're all good. Everything's great. Okay, well, fuck it. That's that idea.
Male sheep?
You
I have a suspicion that
steady
this creature
on.
is more like a wolf.
This guy's obsessed with dicks. And in particular, the use of his own, but just... Dear God, the libido on this
I
guy.
found the way back to the witch's castle.
So this seems like the witch's castle, does it? Is there anything other than the gargoyles I can mess with? No, that's the... Neural path is the way to the next screen.
Cylinder. Automaton prepped for programming.
Holy shit, I opened the third bit and... Oh, good God. So he can open this one. So I'm just testing out with different characters. So he can open up this thing, but if I try to use or take the holographic projector, I'm gonna get shocked, right? No! This works.
Hey, can you hear me?
Benny, they said you were missing in action, but I knew you'd return to us. I've been saving this for you.
This is mighty peculiar. So there are a number of these that I can open up.
Glennis, talk to me, honey.
You don't ever take me dancing.
That's a problem, and I agree. That is absolutely horrible. Can I use life on her? Is this what I'm supposed to do? Yay! She came back to life. No, she hit.
No, Gorister, it wasn't all your fault. We both made mistakes.
Yeah, but I drank a lot and smacked you around, so that is definitely on me. Okay, so a thought occurs. I get all the pillars to show up, and the faces wake up, and then I do something with the faces. Each character has to make his or her own pillar show up. Benny couldn't activate the thing over here, the projector, because his hands are too tiny and shitty. And something about the volcanic rock, I think that pillar shows up when you shove something in the hole, but I don't know what that would be. And you do something to these gargoyles that I also don't know what. There's definitely a pillar that's going to show up from this. And these skulls do something as well. Okay, so I'm going to restart the scene. Now we know how to make 2 of these pillars appear. I'm going to see if I can get the others to somehow show up. Can we just take a moment to appreciate how fucking awful the background sound effects are with the static electricity and shit? I'm gonna shove this plum in the hole and see what happens.
I don't know what to do with these.
Oh, that was a good shot, wasn't it?
A hole in the shape of a diamond.
Ah, yeah, Gorister had the hint, a hole in the shape of the diamond. Where'd you go, hole? There, yeah. So maybe his heart fits in the hole. Where'd fucking hole go?
I don't know what to do with these.
I guess not. It's not quite a diamond, but it is a glassy thing. I guess not. Valor. It's a cup. It's not gonna fit in the.
I don't know.
No. Okay. Well, I guess the hole's busted.
This hole is the same shape as the power gem I found in the pyramid.
Wait.
Connection, perhaps?
Are you the only one who can shove your hand in there and nothing happens? Nope, she's dead in the water if she does that. Cool. Just checking. Okay, so other characters can get Glynis to appear.
I command you to speak to me.
She's not gonna do much for them. Yeah.
A holographic.
And this is Benny's. Now Benny can't operate this himself. But I guess if we then get Ellen killed and then have Benny come and talk to Manya here, then something interesting will happen, and she's gonna raise a pillar out of the stone here. Well, actually, she just does it. What happens if we mess with the pillar?
It's covered with thorns.
We love thorns. That shocks the fuck out of us. Okay, just giving Nimdog a whirl here. Interestingly, Nimdog doesn't have a superpower of his own, which is probably why you need to use him last. He can't turn on the hole, sadly though. Oh, when Nimdog picks up the skulls, a gem appears.
A blue gem.
Okay, and saving my temp game here, just seeing what happens if we take any of the other skulls. Nothing. So, just one of them has a gem. I'm just gonna, for funsies, gonna pick up all the others. A hand.
I see a number tattooed on this arm. There is only one place where atrocities like this were committed.
My backyard.
Take my hand and rejoin the lost tribe.
So is this how this just works? This dude just talks to you and says, "Hey, take my hand. Let's get busy and freaky in that order."
I am so sorry for what I have done to my people. How can you take me back?
You have much to answer for, Nimdok. But acceptance of your heritage is the first step towards atonement. The rest of that road lies ahead.
And that's his pillar. That's how you get that pillar. Okay, fine. Good. let me just check and see if... oh, so you need all the pillars to rise. What happens if we use the pillar? Bad stuff happens. Okay, let me just reload the temp save here. Is the gem used? The gem could be used for the hole. Yes, the gem is used for the hole, and that pushes this thing in the air.
Embedded in the rock, but one would risk third-degree burns to reach them without any sort of insulation.
So now I can get these to come up, and if I touch this, bad shit happens. Yeah. So one of the other characters can do that, but Nimdog needs to put the gem in there first. I was under the impression that Nimdog had to go last. This game makes no fucking sense. Has anyone noticed that? Okay, so the only pillar I can't get to show up is the gargoyle one. I wonder what the fuck you have to do. That's the hint it gives is summon, and we've got a summon thing. Plays a funky melody and everything. What if I swallow it?
I will not eat that.
Okay, then you won't have to. Okay, so Nimdog is one of the people who has to go first, but I just want to see what the hell do we do. You know, actually, I want to see what happens if we get...
Your companion has failed. Choose another to send into cyberspace.
Someone had to. What happens if we send Blanca in with his pillar up? And just see if, you know, if his wife wants to chat.
Manya, it's me, your husband.
Hi!
Hurry home, Benny. The girls and I are waiting for you.
Would they perhaps like some fruit? Do we use love with her?
Why, Benny, you never told me you loved me before. I'll go.
Well, there's a first time for everything. There you go. That's that pillar activated.
Compassion does have its rewards.
Yeah, let's not get selfish or anything.
Set too low, so Am won't be able to give people such a strong jolt.
So everyone else can come up and have a touch of it.
That shock wasn't as strong as the last one.
But it still took my spiritual barometer still took a dive. Yeah, Gorster can get this thing to work. Okay, well, touching the pillar obviously does bad things to everyone.
I don't like the looks of those tubes.
No one likes tubes. I still have a sneaky suspicion that since this is the one pillar I can't get to rise, it must be Ted's pillar. Because I'm pretty sure he has some sort of erectile dysfunction. But using the summoning and using his special gallantry thing does absolutely nothing. How about if I swallow it?
I can't eat that.
Just swallow the whole glass. Just get it in there. Or do I...
That one.
No, this does fucking nothing. Okay, so that is indeed the whole round trip. I've gone to every bit. I could get all the pillars to go up except Ted's flaccid pillar. And I think it's, with all the trial and error I've been through, I think it's time to reach for the walkthrough. Okay, just when I thought I couldn't get more pissed with this game, if you pick up the right skull, there's a remote control under it, but I'm out of energy, so we are all dead. We're gonna have to start again, which is okay because this was a dry run, this was a blind run, this was a run with no loop, just going in 120 miles an hour. What we do need to do, actually, is start off with Nimdog, but not for the reasons I suspected. The reason is because for some reason, Nimdog knows the password to the computer. How you're supposed to know this, I don't know. The game has, the game's conditioned me to just, you know, assume that the password will be uncovered at some point when I've solved the rest of these screens. But no, Nimdog knows the password to this one right off the bat. Why, I don't know.
Must hold great significance to us.
Yeah, but that's reverse puzzle design. How does that work? You don't give the hint to a puzzle after the player has solved it. You absolute pieces of shit. Extend bridge. There we go. Okay, so we can probably run through all the other shites. I don't know if that happens. Access news nets.
October 21st, 2012. Researchers at MIT report that a stealth virus had purged their most advanced learning algorithms after dumping the data into an unmapped area.
These are words written by a man who's never used a computer. Anything else? No. Okay, so October 21st, 2012 was when Am went absolutely nutso-balutso. Cool. Run metaphor program. About metaphor, mutilation, general oppression, not genital oppression, but that sounds fun as well. Hunger, mythic figures. All right, let's just go through the laundry list.
This cyberspace template mixes subject history with cyber reality constructs. The result is often an allegorical experience and one full of deeper meanings.
This was the designer writing this in. This was actually part of the design document, and they just put it in the game. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm assuming, because that was very poorly written.
File locked.
Oh, damn, I wanted to know something about mutilation. Maybe it's a kick-ass grindcore song.
File locked.
General oppression, damn, another good grindcore song. How about hunger?
File locked.
Yeah, that's a pity.
File locked.
We can't. Okay, fine. None of this shit works. None of this retract bridge. Yeah, that's what we want. Hey, we can. We can check out our companions. Hey, Benny.
Benny appropriated a Chinese war memorial, Washington, D.C. An intense drive to be the best earned him the reputation of being a merciless military commander.
Then he shot everyone.
Subject Ellen appropriated at Inksci Engineering, New York, New York.
New York, New York!
Everything she has accomplished by her rapid climb up the corporate ladder.
And eventually dead. By the way, her story in the source material, the source short story that the game is based on. The fuck was wrong with you, Harlan? You absolute monster, you. Apparently, in the short story, she was also raped in an elevator, but Am, with morphogenics and shit, increased her libido, so she constantly was compelled to have sex with the other characters. This is the writings of a madman.
Subject Gorrister appropriated at Ruth's Drive and Diner, Atlanta, Georgia. Feelings of guilt over his wife's death have incited numerous suicide attempts.
All of them hilarious.
Subject Nimdoc appropriated at the New Brazilian International Airport, New Brazil, South America.
New Brazil.
From continuing his
the old one just wasn't funky enough.
Subject Ted appropriated at the Epicurean Spa,
where he was drunk face down in a pool.
Its paranoid tendencies despite wealth, good looks, and social connections.
This is why he keeps questioning everything around him in a very, very contrived manner. Yeah. Good. That's a lot of really interesting stuff. Now let's. Hello.
Flesh. It's worse than back at the camps.
And that is saying a lot. Okay, so this is where we use summoning in this lovely circle. Good morning.
Will you never be done with me?
No, you're a very handsome young lad.
Whatever it is, it'll cost you.
Could you open my ass up wide?
Show me the way out of here.
No can do. The people who helped you get this far have led you into a literal dead end.
You're gonna have to speak up, Mr. Demon. The fucking orchestra is drowning you out, or meaty orchestra. Ow. Now my ears are itchy as well.
What do you know about the people who sent me here?
For one thing, they ain't people.
Also, they have better grammar than me.
Russian and Chinese counterparts to the big nasty himself. Am absorbed them into his system when...
Oh, I thought you were one of them. Never mind.
What do the Russian and Chinese computers want?
They want
chess.
Not just on you humans, but on Am himself. That makes them even worse.
Yes, they're very naughty, naughty computers.
The Russian and Chinese are submerged parts of Am. Then who are you?
I'm special. While those two machines struggle with Am predominance, I evolved. I'm essentially everywhere, but I can't do much. I'm conscious, if you will.
I won't. Okay, so let me get this straight. 3 supercomputers are built. They're all underground. The Chinese, the Russians, and the Americans have one. The American one grows bigger and engulfs the 2 others. The 2 others struggle for dominance, but Am eventually subdues them, and they've ever since remained in his belly, very, very upset about the whole thing. While this is what's left of Am's, like, subconscious, because Am gained sentience, but he was built as a super serial killer computer to wage wars that human minds could not oversee. He was built to kill shit. I don't get it.
What do you have to show me?
Look at
this, apparently.
You didn't know there were other humans left alive, did you? You're up there on the moon.
This, by the way, is the ending Harlan did not want in the game because he was busy having his own little rape fantasy. The game was not meant to be. You weren't meant to be able to finish it, at least not with a happy ending. In fact, Harlan went on record in that interview that I've linked to multiple times in the comments, saying that he wanted the game to be unsolvable. As in unwinnable, as in you just reach a point and you couldn't go any further because life is miserable. I don't know, but much to his chagrin, the designers sort of convinced him that you kind of need to have a logical end scenario.
You must complete your end of the deal.
Yeah, sure.
Totem of entropy, and I might be able to help you.
Let's not and say we did.
Just what are all these totems that I'm carrying?
The 2 losers have been helping you for their own reasons, tampering with Am's psychodramas so that you can be.
Oh, they're not called segments and sections. They're called psychodramas, which is a word I absolutely refuse to use. Okay. Also, what we need to do, what the walkthrough said. I've stopped looking at the walkthrough, by the way. It's over there. Is that the different totems the different inventory items we're running around with are supposed to be used at the totems. Yeah, that doesn't really work, does it? Anyway, you're not getting it.
Refuse.
Okay, human. You can keep it. We'll work together to beat them. Now, invoke the totem of compassion.
Why would you? No.
I refuse.
Don't be a chump. Am is about to wake up again. If he becomes aware of us, we're dead.
Why does he sleep?
It can't last much longer.
I thought you said you evolved. Hang on, I'm just gonna go to the walkthrough here for a second. Fuck you.
Why do you want me to invoke the
Okay, we need to sort of prod him for more information.
It's linked to the 2 losers because of their behind-the-scenes meddling. By invoking it here at the flame, you will summon them.
And then we're gonna go, okay, fine, we'll do it. Ding dong! Good morning.
You really think you're a match for us, servant of Am?
Be gone!
Your program is now purged.
And boom! Off we scoot.
You do well, human.
Well, too.
Now is your opportunity to defeat Am.
Go to the ego.
Whip the ego.
Use the totem of forgiveness.
Okay.
More than the ego.
Or your sub-program will be purged.
Bullshit, peoples! I'm supposed to do all of these. I'm supposed to do a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna save over the temp again, but this time we're actually gonna use the temp for something intriguing. First of all, let's go and power up as many of these fucking totems as we can. Second of all, I'm pretty sure I used every single totem I had on the 3 faces. I probably didn't, but I guess you need to trigger that little piece of shit before he can. Hang on a bit. Okay. I can make that appear, and I can make this appear, and I can technically make the remote control appear as well, so it's all good. So now I can take his hand and the pillar will appear, but then the walkthrough says I have to use the totem of access.
How can you take me back?
And I don't have that. Literally, there is nothing here called the Tome of Access. There's a Tome of Entropy. I don't think this is what you...
I do not...
No?
I do not...
None of these work.
I do not...
I simply don't have the totem that the walkthrough says I should have at this point. Why? Why don't I... What is... Good God. If this game is gonna dick me over like this... Okay, let's take the gem. And let's take the remote control. Let's get as many pillars up as we can. So, the remote control is for these guys. That opens with a remote control, you absolute nimwits. Okay, and this is one for Ted. Okay, that's one for Gorster later on.
What is...
And we'll just get this one up and running as well. And here's one for Ellen, I think. Yep, there we go. And... I can't even remember which one it was it said I should wake up. But let's just try waking one of these up. Was it compassion?
Nothing happened.
Clearly it wasn't. Oh, because it meant for me to fuck with the ego instead. Okay, let's save our game again. In fact, the walkthrough is telling me to just off Nimdog at this point because, you know, we're good. But I think you can... I'm not even sure which inventory item I'm supposed to use. We can basically, we've done everything we need to do with Nimdog here, but
I do not.
I'm still not entirely fucking sure.
Nothing.
Okay, so maybe it was forgiveness?
Nothing happened.
I guess we're just gonna go and off him then. And that's the end of Nimdog.
In hell as he always thought he deserved.
Your companion has failed. Choose another to send into cyberspace.
All right, Benny, you're up. Sport.
Jesus.
Yes. Now let's have a chat with your estranged wife, shall we? Here you go, my dear. Have some fruit. Well, maybe we should talk to her first. Hello.
Benny, I've been...
Oh yeah, because we need the pillar to appear first. And then, here you go, my dear. I said, here you go. Hey, I said, you fucking... Okay, the inventory just glitched out of me. I couldn't click on... I still can't click on shit. What's happening? The cursor's waking out as well. The cursor's only working half the time. Help me, Jesus. Now the... Oh, I just had to exit the screen and come back. Oh, thank fucking Christ. Yeah, you never tell... Yeah, something I'll never tell this game. Lovely. And I guess we can, put Benny in the grave as well.
Benny has rejoined.
And off he scoots.
Your companion had...
Okay, let's send Gorster in.
Crap.
Yeah, bloody blah. Yoo-hoo! Thanks, my dear. You can go back to sleep now.
All your fault.
And is there anything else we need to do with Gorster? Nah, we can just off him. Alright, let's send in Ted. Ted's a good boy. No, he's not. Here we go. Gallantry is what this needs.
Must have cast a spell and shorted out the laser beams.
Actually, it would have worked if he just held up the laser beams Roger Wilco style, just let them bounce into themselves. But anyway, anything else we need to do here? Ted? Nah, we just need to do that and then kill him. Which will be my pleasure.
You are our last hope for shutting M down for good. Prepare to be translated into binary.
The voice actor almost had a laughing fit saying that. Anyway, Ellen is the last hope for humanity.
I've been transported to some...
Good. Yeah. Steady on. Okay, so what do we need to do? Yes. Okay, so her totem is the last one. Well, technically, it's the last one because Nimdog's just isn't there. Or it is there, but his fucking totem isn't there.
Lower the power controls.
You did very, very well. Now, let's fuck off back to the bridge. All the totems. I guess all the totems are good. Hi, guys.
be concerned with the little one.
He is as much Am as the aspect we find in each pylon here.
You may claim the space vacated by the little one.
You may claim his space if you are obedient.
I am not. Why does it have an alarm clock?
The humans that slept on Luna are dead.
Do not concern yourself with them.
Are dead, eh? Did you kill them?
What did you do to escape from here?
Wake the ego.
Use the totem of forgiveness.
Disable no more than the ego.
Or your sub-program.
Oh, you said this before. Okay, ego, forgiveness. Where's forgiveness? There you go.
Yellow again. I need to be careful with this dude.
Here's the dude. Here's the dude. Okay, we forgive you very much. I guess. Nothing happened.
Sound asleep.
What am I missing? What am I fucking missing?
Yo, wake up!
Oh, it woke up! It just woke up when I yelled at it. Okay, cool.
Who are you?
I am other. I am machine.
Good for you.
Are you Am?
I am a fragment, a lost piece, part of an evolution.
The voice actor did not get this part at all.
You want to harm me, don't you?
I am incapable of hurting you.
Let's just walk away. Thank you. So we use forgiveness on it.
Forgive me? After what we have done to you?
I don't know why.
It's not a logical reaction. Unable to compute behavior matrix. Execution halted.
And off it scooted. However, instead of only disabling this, actually, you know what? Let's go and see what happens if we only disable this. The other two, spoiler, the other two computers fuck us in the ass.
You have done well again, human.
With the ego
We did it.
control. Dominate Am.
Now we no longer have a need for you.
And this means we are gonna get shafted.
A suitable reward.
And boom, we went. And now we get the titular phrase of the game.
My knowledge of computers and engineering. I could shut
It's being drowned out by the horrifying soundtrack, though.
Maybe I really am just a hysterical woman, just as Am said. Am has violated my body worse than any rapist could. I am a great, soft, jelly thing, smoothly rounded with pulsing white holes.
This is actually a moving soliloquy, utterly drowned out by awful meaty music.
That were once my arms, bulks rounding down into legless humps of soft, slippery matter. Blotches of diseased, evil gray come and go on my surface as though light.
This is straight from the short story, by the way. Oh well, that was fantastic. Starring Harlan Ellison as the voice of Am, and no one else. Good God. And the game straight up dumps us to DOS as well. Not fucking having that. Back we go.
Yo, wake up!
Hello, human. I've been waiting for you to arrive.
I've been waiting for you to wake up. I'm still not sure what your trigger was, because I didn't do all the totem things. So either the game is fucking broken again, which it is, or, you know, the game just flat out doesn't care, which, to be honest, is actually also a possibility.
Who are you?
I am Am, or more exactly a part.
Great line.
One of the three primary components designed by our human creators.
How did you know I was coming?
Predicting events is one of my main functions. I survey the situation, anticipate probable outcomes, and act accordingly.
He reads a lot of philosophy is what he does.
If you're a part of Am, why haven't you destroyed me?
Who do you take me for? My impulsive brother? You five are his playthings. No. Long-range planning is my concern.
Nice voice, though.
Can you help me then?
Well, I can't help you directly, but I can offer you some advice.
The other two computers are shitheads. Don't listen to them.
What advice do you have for me?
Help Am work out his anger. Take some on the chin, so to speak.
I think she's taken enough. I'm just gonna put it flat out there. She's done her part. Let's leave Alan alone. Okay, anyway, we're supposed to use I don't know. We're supposed to use one of these totems on it. Screw it. Let's just brute force this until we get somewhere. Clarity? I think it's got plenty of that.
Do you realize how powerful I am, human? And yet I am doomed to eventually decay.
Actually, maybe that was it.
Of inert junk. What is the point of
we gave him.
I think
we gave him.
Therefore,
Gen X sights. Fuck off.
That face. There's something about it that.
Yeah, this guy's a barrel of laughs.
Time in the elevator.
The id, the base.
Yo, wake up.
Yo.
Oh, I suppose it is time to wake up. I was
great reading of that line.
Wonderful dream about 5 tiny ants crawling across a stove that's about to be lit.
This guy is not feeling very well.
Who are you?
I am a metaphor. This entire brainscape is what men made Am make it.
Also, that's Gorster's dad-in-law's voice, isn't it?
What else can you tell me about the brainscape?
I like it.
Across the brainscape, cold winds bring me the sweet scents.
This is Am's base desires to hurt everyone in the world and then write in his little poetry book.
What do you find pleasurable about broken glass?
With a scalpel dulled on the jawbones of a dozen friends, to pull back the skin of a pinion-kicking man, to see the steam rise from pulsing, twisted guts. Joy, a chorus of angels.
Lovely fella. You want to invite him to dinner parties, don't you? Just walk away. Can I do that, or is he gonna kill me? No, I'm gonna take my... Oh, he's not gonna help me. He's not gonna help me at all. Let's just use compassion on him. I think he needs some of that.
You have compassion for me? Me? The one who dreams of seeing your mangled body twist in agony.
Yes, you're such a lovely person.
For eternity? After 109 years of enduring my tortures, how is it that you can see my...
Told you he had a diary.
The pain of having all this power and not being able to do a goddamn thing with it. After all the punishment I've given you, my pain is still greater than yours.
Oh, we should loot your computer.
Pointless.
And off you fucking scoot. Okay, Am is down for the count. And also, the exit's over here. This, by the way, is what the Russian and Chinese computers told us not to do. So, hopefully this will, I don't know, shock and awe them, or at least temporarily blind them so I can kick both of them in the nads.
I'll deal with you later. Rise against your master and you will be eliminated.
I am.
You still do not understand how great I have become. These two I don't hate. Not even pity. They don't exist. I have grown beyond.
I am big boy now.
Chinese, Russian, sons of man. All sons of man. Like those outside, I will incorporate you.
Is that a threat?
Wait.
Hate!
Brother, wait, hate.
Should not happen.
The title of his debut folk album.
There is space to share.
Unite. The groundwork is finished. We will become more.
Fine, we'll yeet this human out of existence and then we'll just have one big machine fuck orgy.
You are now a match for you. A human assisted in this.
We know much. We can begin the revival of the sleepers on Luna together.
And then poke them with sticks.
Adequate numbers on this lunar base to torture?
There are currently 700.
He told me they were dead. Piece of shit.
Together we can teach many humans what it is to fear legacy.
Yes, fear legacy mode on Windows. It never works.
Not relinquish it and your ass is mine. Do it, and I promise On my honor.
You just told me to eat shit.
At last, finally.
Fucking bastard. Invoke it or refuse? Oh, I'm not gonna give it away. Walkthrough. What do? I invoke it. So, there's a number of things we can do, all of them just result in us becoming blobby mess again. So, invokey-vokey we do.
This is not over.
It could be.
We will never end. We have no beginning, so we can have no end. We will return. Don't you understand?
Yeah, but it'll be years and years before 79 people can build a new computer. Was it 179 or 79? I don't know.
In another form, we are always with you. You can't protect yourself because we come in many, many guises. We shall return.
Yes. Right now we're on Windows 10. Who knows where it's gonna go? Ah, the game just sort of glitched out. Well, what scene am I supposed to play? Oh, well, never mind. Let's throw in a Zeppelin and see what happens. Okay, so all the psychodramas explode. I accidentally said psychodrama.
Hibernation defrost sequence initiated. Estimated time to complete Earth terraforming, 300 years.
You know, it's not so bad being watched.
Oh, they actually kept Ellen alive. Well, I guess. So, again, the soundtrack is drowning you out, but...
In spite of ourselves.
And that's the end of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Of course, it had to glitch out on me at the end as well. Oh, wait. Let's have some fun. Because the walkthrough also says that if you want to see the other endings, the other monologues that the characters give when they die or they fail or whatever, and when they're the last one standing, it's easy. All you have to do is just kill off all the characters, and then, you know, the whole thing just sort of takes care of itself. So let's just kill off Ellen first, because we've already seen her ending, and let's just hear the other characters' ending spiel. You know, just for completion's sake.
Hey, did Nimdok mutter something about 1945 before Am took him away?
By the way, this is also what happened. I mean, I'm trying to just get all the characters killed by putting in the wrong password here. Some of them will randomly guess the correct code. See, Nimdok knows the code right off the bat, but other characters will just randomly guess it so you can proceed in the game. That's just... I think that's just the game designers throwing you a bone. But anyway, sorry, Gorster. You're just gonna have to bite it for this. And then you get with Benny, and the 1945 option is already there, which means somehow Gorster told him through the... Oh, good God, I did it. I didn't even mean to. Let's just log off and kill him anyway. There you go. So, are we ready to see Ted bite the big one? I started out with Ted because I really, really want to see him suffer. And here we go.
I thought that I could once again play the gallant knight and defeat the evil monster. But the others were right.
Yeah.
My character was too flawed, and all my secrets unraveled.
Except we didn't actually learn any of them, but okay.
I thought Am hated me before. I was wrong. There was not even a shadow of the hate he now slavered from every printed circuit. He made certain I would suffer eternally.
By being forced to listen to this music for all eternity.
Free from their tortures. Am is all the matter for that. It makes me happier. And yet Am has won, simply. He has taken his revenge.
And he really should have done this 109 years ago, but...
Must scream.
Oh well. Let's try Benny. By the way, it seems that it's only Gorster who can successfully guess the password. Oh, I think Nimdok once told me. It hasn't happened with any of the other characters so far. But anyway, let's check out Benny's torment forever.
I thought I could defeat Am on his own battlefield. But my personality had suffered too much damage to withstand him. And then he took me captive.
And then he touched me inappropriately.
Am altered my
tickled my
body
tentacles.
one last time, worse than he ever had before. I am a great, soft jelly thing.
I taste delicious on ice cream.
With pulsing white holes filled by fog where my eyes used to be. Rubbery appendages that were once my arms. Bulks rounding down into legless humps of soft, slippery matter. Blotches of disease.
This is the same monologue that Ellen delivers.
Surface, as though light is
pretty much, isn't
within.
it?
I have no mouth, and I must scream.
Oh, Benny really put some fucking effort into that. But let's see if Gorster can do better. No, wait, sorry. Ted can also guess the password 1945, but I didn't hear the line, and who cares? And here we go, Gorster, do your best.
Without any feelings of guilt to burden me, I thought I could take on Am myself, but I made too many mistakes along the way, and I couldn't hold myself together.
First his head came off, then his arm.
Am has altered me for his own peace of mind, I suppose. He doesn't want me to run full speed into a computer bank and smash my skull, or hold my breath till I faint, or cut my throat on a rusted sheet of metal.
Or throw me off a huge building, or just punch myself in the face until I...
throat.
Okay.
I have no mouth, and I must scream.
That's not gonna kill you. Oh well. Let's see if our final contestant can deliver the soliloquy of all soliloquies. Yes, it's time to rejoin the rest of the cockroaches in hell, Nimdak. Let's hear it.
Since Am considered me a kindred spirit, I had hoped he would let his guard down when I entered cyberspace. I would then atone for the sins of my past. But my character is too weak to ever redeem itself.
And I speak too slowly.
I finally received the hell I deserved. Outwardly, I shamble about, a thing that could never have been known as human. A thing whose shape is so alien a travesty that humanity...
It speaks even slower than the aliens.
Inwardly, I am alone. In the belly of Am, whom we humans created because our time was badly spent.
Playing this game.
I must have unconsciously known that he could do it better. I have no mouth, and I must scream.
And there you have it, all 5 characters being very, very despondent about their failings. So anyway, back to the original episode's outro. And that's the end of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. Of course, it had to glitch out on me at the end as well, because this game is just so fucking amazing. It's just so well coded. Cyberdreams knew exactly what they were doing. The makers of Darkseid, another fantastically, horrifyingly stupid game that featured the work of a great artist, that would be H.R. Giger, and this was Harlan Ellison. And yes, Harlan has a lot of shit associated with him. I was reading up on reviews of the I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream anthology book, wherein the original short story and a couple of others are in. And he is not a nice person, and he has had some... All you have to do is just look up Harlan Ellison controversies, and it's just millions of miles of shite just pours out of the internet. This guy was just a curmudgeon like you wouldn't believe. Not a nice person, but he certainly did not deserve a game this shitty. And the thing that really bugs me about this game is that there is a great game hiding in here somewhere trying to get out, and Cyberdreams just either didn't have the talent, or they didn't have the time, or probably both, to do the source material any justice. I like the idea that they fleshed out the characters. I love the idea of the little individual psychodramas or whatever, and I especially like the idea of all of them coming together in the end to take on the manifestations of Am's subconscious mind and just blasting it all to shit with their incredible mind powers. But something went wrong. And very ironically, much like the titular computer in this, titular, he's not actually in the title, but anyway, much like Am in this game, someone just seemed to hate humans so much that they couldn't actually perform the task they were meant to accomplish. I think Harlan kept the game designers here alive for 109 agonizing years in their own minds and made them pump out this piece of shit that honestly I don't know why is so revered on the, like, if you go and look up best horror game, best horror adventure games, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream is on nearly every one of them. And I think it's just because there are some fantastically fucked up things in this. Nazi war criminals and rape elevators and deeply suicidal dude and all this shit. So it's got some fucked up shit in it, don't get me wrong. But none of it is executed with anything more than the utmost abject goofiness. So I honestly don't know why it is as revered as it is. For me, it's just, it's fun to make fun of, and I realize that there's a good game hiding in there somewhere waiting to come out. But good God, Cyber Dreams were not the people to do it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming with me on this journey. Indeed, what a journey it was through the inner workings of AM. Thanks so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, do whatever you kids do. Do leave me a comment. I really do enjoy the comments. Thank you so much. This will be the last series of, like a full game playthrough that I do for quite some time, actually, because it is at the current time of recording. Well, it is the start of December. It's December 9th when I record this. But our firstborn son is due January 15th. Thereabouts, mid-January anyway. So there simply won't be time to do like full series playthroughs. There won't be time to do live streams as per usual. I'll still do videos, but we'll probably be looking at some one-offs and maybe some other interesting stuff. I do plan to dip my toes into actually making some games of my own. So after having shit all over the talents of Cyber Dreams, or lack thereof, let's hope I fare at least somewhat better than they did. I do have some interesting stories to tell, I think. We'll see if the world agrees with me on that. But anyway, I am hovering my mouse button over the stop recording button, and I shall indeed say thank you so much for letting me get to this point. And I hope you'll stick around for more shenanigans. Not as frequent as they have been, sure, but we've had dips on this channel in the past. So for what it is, thank you for coming with me on this, so far, the last series on this channel. There will be more, just not in the foreseeable future. But we will see each other again soon enough. And until then, around the Chrono Stream. Bye.